listen, I mean, at this point, this isn't even right or left. This is like psychotic, dystopian level crap. They're just trolling us. It's like we're in a reality. I mean, just help your country and yourself, report all foreign invaders. This is so contrary in every possible way. And I'm actually glad that at least some people in the comments like get this. This is so contrary to Christian principles, to American values, to human rights in every way. And people are saying like, oh, well, why are they attacking federal agents? Guys, these are rogue federal agents. We have a constitution. We have laws that demand due process. You got to understand, none of this immigration stuff, it didn't used to be this way. The U.S. didn't used to have any immigration restrictions. This was all invented and created to control us. And most of it, like in the last 50 years, right? You see them pulling this stuff. You see them like pulling people over on the roads, attacking them, like ramming. Look at them, they're ramming their cars, right? Because they hit a federal agent. And they're, you got these psychopaths jumping out of these unmarked cars, just like gangbangers, like holding people at gunpoint. They don't even know who's crashing into them, guys. People make fun of me because, like, I live in Mexico and there's all these narco problems. The feds are the narcos. They are the psychopaths running around on the street here, and this is nuts. And this at this point, the government has to start being afraid. And so you watch these videos, and I see these videos, and people are saying like, "Oh, how dare they attack?" I mean, they're throwing rocks at like ICE vehicles driving by, and like, okay, that's pretty aggressive. Throwing rock. These are the actual Gestapo guys. These aren't throwing rocks at private vehicles. When you see this kind of stuff, you see senators like asking questions and being thrown out of these events, like handcuffed. And it's not that I'm like Democrat or Republican or I'm like, oh, these are great politicians. But you got like ICE Barbie here, and she's having events. People don't even get to ask questions. It doesn't get much lower than this. I look at this one, I'm like, this is who's representing our government. This is where you get to when you throw out all values, when you're willing to sell out everything, your country, your humanity, human rights for power. This is where you go. This is who you are. This woman makes porn stars look like saints. All right? This is crazy. And I'm always the one saying, look, when you resist, look at history. The founding fathers absolutely were hitting federal agents, guys. They were saying no. And you know what? One of the reasons we revolted, it's in the Declaration, go read it. It was because of immigration restrictions. They were like, no, not happening. We get to go where we want. We don't have to have papers. That was the founding principle of our country. This was all invented. This is all fake. None of this fear is real. In fact, a lot of it came after 9/11. I remember when I was a kid, none of this, you guys. When I was a kid, none of this stuff was what people are saying. We would talk to the farmers and stuff, right? I remember my dad talking to these guys, and he would all be like, they'd be like, no, yeah, I mean, we don't care if they have papers. They're great people. They work hard. We love them. That was the mentality until after 9/11. That's how they shifted things, I think. This is crazy. Government has to be afraid. They need to be very, very afraid. These ICE agents, these Gestapo police that are like shooting people for protesting. Guys, I got news for you. In all of history, all over the world, like, it sucks sometimes when you're trying to get to work. But when protests happen, when people rise up, the way you do that, the way you avoid revolution is by rising up first and making government afraid of you. Yeah, roads get blocked. Yeah, rocks get thrown. Yes, you have to be very careful because it's very easy to turn into a lynch mob. Yes, I know there's provocateurs and other people that follow them, that go too far, that use it as an opportunity to steal. But that's not the message of resisting. It's not a left or a right message, I don't think. I think it's a message of humanity and human rights. And the government always has to be afraid of the people. And that's not a revolutionary thing to say. That was the very foundation of our country. The government needs to fear the people. This government doesn't fear the people. And they need the fear put in them. They need to be running scared out of these towns. ICE should be terrified to show up in any community because they're criminals. They have to be treated like that. It doesn't mean we should think violent. It doesn't mean that we should like be a mob. I'm always the one saying, I'm always the one talking about promoting peace and liberty and loving your neighbor. Sometimes you have to knock someone down. Just make sure you're the guy that's also there. Don't be vindictive. Be there to help them back up. That's all I'm saying. But you got to stand up. It's not okay. This is not freedom.